Asia and Latin America, Part 2. This lecture will analyze American imperialism in Latin America. With the U.S. economy growing every day, access to the Pacific became extremely important. Getting there from the East Coast, though, was a very big problem. Traveling to the Pacific regions meant sailing from the Atlantic and going completely around South America. This travel took a very long time, and the costs outweighed the profits available in the West. A New York to San Francisco journey measured some 13,000 miles and took months. So a solution was needed and would be found in the Panamanian region of Latin America. A canal built in the region would connect the Atlantic and Pacific and make efficient travel to the West possible. At the time, Panama was controlled by the country of Colombia, and America needed to support the revolution in Panama in order to make Panama independent and get their support to build the canal. The construction of the Panama Canal was immense. At a cost of over $400 million, it would be the most expensive construction project in the history of the world. The construction was so complicated that it took over 44,000 men to build it, and nearly 6,000 of those men died during the construction. The death toll was so high due to several factors, including exposure to malaria, which is an infectious disease spread by mosquitoes. Despite the challenges, the building of the canal was completed in 1914, 2 years ahead of the target date of June 1st, 1916. The canal was then formally opened on August 15th, 1914. Here's an image showing exactly how the Panama Canal works, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific. Imperialism, though, did not stop in Asia and continued in Latin America due to the demand for the resources available there. The issue the United States was now facing was how to control the region. How do we establish control in the area and prevent other countries from taking over the region? President Roosevelt answered this question with his famous statement, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." His words reflected the position that the United States should control and protect the region in a non-violent way that promoted individual freedom while ensuring military support was there if it was ever needed. A great example of this policy would be the addition of the Roosevelt Corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine was originally created in 1823 in an attempt to prevent European nations from colonizing land in North and South America. Roosevelt, though, would amend this document to assert the right of the United States to intervene in Latin America in cases of flagrant and chronic wrongdoing by any Latin American nation. This essentially meant that the United States could use its military forces against anyone who threatened Latin America. This big brother attitude was not really accepted by everyone, and many viewed the United States as a police officer in the area, asserting its dominance, rather than a big brother looking to protect the region. Imperialism had now firmly taken root in Asia and Latin America. Well, this concludes the lecture, and now use your notes on the lecture to complete the mini quiz. And remember, rock on!